What up, mongrels, and welcome to today's edition of A Fat Lad Does E-Bikey Stuff. The star of the show today is the Engwe Engine Pro 2.0. What do you get for your money? You get brake lights, tail light, already rigged in, 25 kilogram luggage rack, Shimano Altus 8-speed cassette. Is it Tektro? Whatever brakes they are, they're hydraulic disc brakes, and I think they are 160mm. Folds up in the middle, rear suspension, front suspension, which is lockable, headlight, metal mud guards, front hydraulic brakes. Also, it does come fitted with a throttle, which is very, very easy to activate and deactivate. I'm loving this bike. It does fold in the middle. I'm not going to do it here because this ground, as I've just found out, is uber slippery, and I will go for a Burton. Let me just take you around and give you a closer look at what you get. So, starting from the top, you get a big digital readout. As you can see, I'm in bright sunlight. You can definitely read it all. There, you can see me filtering through the pedal assist. You have throttle, which you can engage and disengage. There's your Altus gear set, trigger and thumb shift, paddle type grips, hydraulic brakes which go down. You've got a light and an inoffensive horn, which sounds a little like this. I won't bother showing you the light, trust me, it works. Lockable and preload. As you come round to the back, hydraulic brakes at the back, luggage rack that could deliver to Gemma Collins, tail light, brake light, as you can see, Shimano Altus, foldable pedals. Oh, don't tip over, bike. Sorry, I'm being very cack-handed. Foldable pedals. Like so, for when you do want to fold it. Something I really like that all bikes should have. You've got a key. Got to turn it on with the key. You can unlock it with the key and it enables you to release the battery, which is in there. Folding handlebars. Obviously it pivots in the middle. This is the sort of weld you get on it. Very industrial, but absolutely fit for purpose. And as you can see by the paintwork and everything, really not too shabby. You get a seat height from Danny DeVito to someone that's really tall, Shaquille O'Neal. That's a little bit too high. Obviously you'd only go to about that level. That's up to my belly button. What I would say is, you will need the seat slightly too high to put your feet flat to get the right leg extension. It doesn't matter though, the bar is low enough so that it is not a ball sacrificer. Again, with the handlebars, you have got loads and loads of room to make those as tall or as short as you want. I have to date done 8.5 miles on this bike today. I'm loving this bike. It is a jack of all trades. The only thing, when I first looked at it, I thought, I don't like the look of them. To me, that is not an aesthetically pleasing bike. I know, each to their own, etc, etc. It just looks like a massive, great big folding bike, because that is exactly what it is. But the ride of it, I've cranked down the power to legal limits. So I've got 15.5 miles an hour, deactivated the throttle. You can pedal on pedal assist 1 at 15.5 miles an hour on this all day long. As soon as you hit any sort of slope, you've got the pedal assist levels at your fingers. You can get up to speed at pedal assist 1. The more pedal assist you give it, just makes it easier to maintain or get there. So when you get to a hill, you can still pedal, crank up the pedal assist, and honestly it's like nothing going up those hills. I don't want to wax lyrical too much about how much I'm enjoying this bike, because I've got to find fault, and I will find fault. Firstly, the looks of it. Personally not a fan. A lot of people are going to love it. Secondly, the weight. it is weighing in at 39.8 kilos with the battery in it, 31.6 without the battery. The strength of the motor, it doesn't matter. You're flying everywhere. But just bear that in mind. When it's folded up, it's not the smallest thing in the world, but it does still save you space if you have limited space. It's got a 52 volt, 16 amp hour battery. It's got a claimed range of pedal assist 1 of 68 miles. I'm going to test it over 30 odd miles today, using from pedal assist 1 to 5 on some of these bigger hills. We'll see how it goes. I took this out bike packing at the weekend, loaded it right up, had it unrestricted, and it did eat the battery pretty quick. I lost 2 bars over about 8-9 miles, but as I say, I was carrying another 25 kilo on the back, using the thumb throttle and powering up hills at 28 mile an hour. Not really unsurprised. This is still showing full battery after 8.5 miles today, mainly using pedal assist 1. Another little bit of a negative, the rack. With the rack, when you're loaded up with your panniers, my feet did clip them from time to time. Not so much that it was a problem, but I've got to mention it to you. I love the fact that it's got that suspension there, as well as that suspension there. A full suspension. They call it a mountain bike. I wouldn't class it as a mountain bike. I've used it off-road. It handles off-road, is all I can say. There's not a hill that this thing can't climb. I've done enough waffling now. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to mention to you before I get on and do the ride. I should really show you it folded, but it's really slippery here. I'll do it anyway. Right, so you turn your key, unlock that. Yeah, obviously your handlebars are just like any other handlebars that go down, and your pedals fold up. But you can see that is the sort of thing you're dealing with. You can push it around, which is a bonus. I can't see you getting on many trains like it. Again, I know I've already mentioned it. I love the fact that locks the battery into place, that turns it on. Personally, I think every e-bike should have a key to turn it on. When it's unlocked, the key comes out. Yeah, purely, it's another measure to stop people nicking it. The battery is removable. Pull it out, pull it out. Loving the bike. I'm just going to keep waffling here if I'm not careful. I'm going to get back on the road and give you a bit more of a rundown. Try not to slip on my bum. So, as normal, we will see what she's like to ride with no pedal assist. I'm starting off in 3rd gear. No problem at all. Cycle through some of the gears up to 5th. Yeah, you can feel a little bit of the rolling resistance off the big wheels, but she is very, very rideable. No problem there at all. Seating position's comfy. You can alter the height of the seat if you're a very long-legged person, or down if you're not. And we are now cruising at a 20 mile an hour. As you can see by my legs, I'm not pedaling like a nutter. And yeah, she's very, very rideable. We're coming up to our first 10% hill now. I'm in power assist 1, top gear, 8th gear. Absolutely smashing it. Feel it on my legs. What I'm going to do is crank it straight up to 5, stay in top gear, and see what this 75 Newton meters of torque actually gives us. Absolutely effortless. I've turned all the settings down to the legal limit in the UK, and yeah, I'm at top speed climbing this hill, barely touching these pedals. If I cranked it right up, it would fly up this hill. That is the easiest I've climbed that hill. And as I say, I'm in 8th gear, top gear. This bike's got some torque, it's got some power. Well, he loves it. One of the things with this bike is the narrowness of the handlebars, which some people could see as a negative, but as you can see here, it enables me to squeeze through most obstacles without an issue. The suspension, you've got complete suspension, one in the middle, one in the front, and of course those big fat tyres. It's a very comfy ride. Let's just hop off here for now. Down a curb, not a problem. The other thing I really like about her is you can pedal up to about 28 mile an hour before your legs are beating eggs. So look, half a second, boom, that engine kicks in with a torque sensor. Awesome. Let's come into a downhill section just to see what the speed handle's like. There we go, we're at 30 mile an hour, comfy as you like. Sorry if the wind is destroying my mic, but again, no problem at all. So as I come down this bumpy old narrow cycle path, the brakes on this thing are great. Not a lot of pressure needed, and when you want to anchor up, you can anchor up in no time at all. These narrow handlebars are actually a bonus in some circumstances. So far this bike is only getting thumbs up from me. Right, let's have a little look-see. Anything coming that way? No. Nothing coming that way. Nimble around the corners? Very nimble around the corners. I'm in 6th gear at the minute, pedal assist 1. It's giving me enough pedal assist. The thing I really like about these torque sensors, you can reach your maximum speed, be it in pedal assist 1 or pedal assist 5. Just requires you to put more effort in on pedal assist 1, which I think is great. Because when you get to them steep hills and you crank it up to pedal assist 5, it flies up them, goes up it like it is nothing. Although I wasn't a fan of the look of this bike, its ergonomics, it's proper comfy. That middle suspension really has done the do. The fact that you could actually pedal at 28 mile an hour is good. Cruising along these cycle paths at 15 mile an hour in pedal assist level 1 is just an absolute doddle. The other thing as well is the horn is inoffensive. I like that a lot. At the push of a button, you cycle through those pedal assists, and it doesn't matter if you're in top gear or not, it will give you all the help you need, whenever you need it. Now, we will soon be hitting the spot where it is off-road. Let's see how it handles the gritty stuff, eh? And here we go. Onto the bumpy, gravelly stuff. Still in top gear, still in pedal assist 1. Awesome. Yeah, that suspension is definitely doing the trick. Really wet weekend, so it should be quite muddy going along here in places. No rattles, no bangs, just the odd metallic sound from stones hitting me mudguard. I really like this bike. One thing to note with it as well, with the throttle, it is very, very easy to disengage and engage. Mudguards worked fine there, brilliant. And also it's very easy to crank the power right up to max, which will give you 20 mile an hour on the throttle and 28 mile an hour pedal assist. That is a hard 28 as well. You can't go faster than that, which personally I think is perfect for all e-bikes if it was legal. Yeah, I did take it out when it was unlocked and it flew me up hills. It took no effort to get to the 28 mile an hour, and throttle alone, a 10% hill is nothing to it. Flies up it, in fact. This is a proper good all-rounder. Proper good, I'll tell. Right, we could have an issue because that has punctured my tyre. I've just pumped it up and it seems to be holding pressure, but it did go down quick, and I'm about as far away from home as I can be. I've got no alternative but to carry on and hope that it's plugged its own hole. I'll soon be telling you. Right, well, I better make this quick then. Let's see what else I can say about this bike. The motor. The motor is the loudest motor that I have ridden. Absolutely usable and all that sort of jazz, but it is very loud. The other thing to bear in mind is very boggy and muddy there. When you have it set to a higher range and you are sort of in between speeds, it sort of makes a juddering sound in the motor, like a bup, 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 bup. Like exactly that. It's halfway in between. Doesn't affect its performance, but it did make me think, oh, something's going wrong. Nothing went wrong. That's going to hit my face. I've now got to take this really, really easy and maybe cut my ride short. Don't want to cut my ride short. Hopefully it's wedged in there lovely. Another reason why you should always take a puncture repair kit out with you, which I didn't, because you know, I'm a div. I am the furthest point I can be away from home. Damn it. And I don't think this would fit in my wife's car. Might find that out later. I'm still in pedal assist 1. It's just dragging me along. Absolutely no effort. Doing my 15 mile an hour. And this bumpy stuff is not a problem. We'll be arriving at Pothole Central in a minute. Speed rump. See, you can even sit down through that. Now these pedals you can stand up on should you get some really, really bumpy ground. It's always good to split the track. Thank you. As you can see, very rough ground here, Pothole Central, and it's handling it absolutely fine. Whipping through everywhere. I need to check that front wheel, make sure it ain't gone flat. Should be able to tell just by the steering alone. Living the dream. The tyres are not very puncture proof, but it seems to be holding up at the moment. Don't want to tempt fate. With the... oh, is that a rat? Yes, yes it is. Sorry, got sidetracked. With this being a torque sensor, it does away with the need for a throttle. Unlike on the E26 that I tried, which again is a great bike, you almost needed that throttle to deal with the 2 to 3 second delay you had. Let's bring you in closer. Stop you bouncing. With this you got half a second, if that, before it kicks in. It's honestly, I'm loving it. I think I'm definitely keeping this one. It does everything well. The engine noise, as you can hear, is definitely loud, but the fact that if I want to crank it up the max, I can, and the fact that I can hit top speed in every level of pedal assist, as I'm doing now on pedal assist 1, 0 effort, is just a bonus. Thank you. I will let you know when I get to the end of this cycle track whether or not I'm actually going to continue to finish off with the really big hills. But I am over 10 and a bit miles into what would normally be a 30-mile trip, and I've yet to lose a battery bar, doing most of the trip on pedal assist 1. I would say 30 miles is easily achievable on this, as long as you don't get a puncture. I should have bought a puncture repair kit out with me, you absolute muppet nobby. So here we are, as you can see, proper flat tyre. Yeah, 11 miles in, still full battery. What else can I say about this bike? It's been brilliant. It's just been brilliant so far. Very comfy, very reactive. Personally, I'd want wider handlebars. Better tyres, because obviously they're not very puncture resistant. The comfort of it, yeah, and you're going to get to see if it folds up and fits inside a normal sized family car. Fingers crossed, eh? The fit and finish of it is second to none. There's no bangs, there's no knocks, there's no nothing like that. Light works, horn is inoffensive. Battery life, I'm presuming, is good. As I say, I've got zero doubt that this would easily do 40 mile. Maybe longer, who knows. Not a battery bar lost after, it's actually saying nearer 12 miles. So, it's been brilliant. Been brilliant. The mudguards do absolutely fine. The rack does absolutely fine, although you do hit your legs on it. All in all, I definitely think it's a keeper for me, this one. It does everything it needs to do well. Is it the best commuter? No. Is it the best off-road bike? No. Is it the best bike packing bike? No. Can you commute on it? 1,000,000%. Can you bike pack on it? Definitely. I know because I've done it. Can you ride trails on it? Definitely. You know, you're not going to be hitting tabletops and stuff like that, but you can definitely ride trails on this bike. I love the way that this is their latest model, and their old models were cadence sensors. They was a lot quicker, etc, etc. They've upped the torque on this bike, lowered the actual top speed, made it into a torque sensor. Everything I didn't like about the E26 that they had, they've put right on this bike. And I know it's a different shape and everything like that, but it's the same concept. Fat tyre, off-roady. Engwe, hats off. Links down below. I'll never normally recommend products. I'll just tell you what I think. If anyone asked me, is it worth buying? I'd say definitely 100% yes. You've given yourself a problem now, Engwe, because you've got to come up with a bike that I like more than this. I'm going to take my camera off, I'm going to fold her up, I'm going to wait for my wife. So another thing it does have is a little doohickey to take the weight when it's actually folded up. And that's its folding size. Obviously I can drop that seat lower. Kablamo. So, what do you reckon? Gonna fit? Right. If you could. Will it fit in a family car? A small family car. Oh, Jesus. At least it ain't heavy. Yes, yes it will. Look at that. Look at that. Nice. Should have got you to do it to see if a dainty young lady could pick it up. Anyway, here endeth the review. Until next time, ta-ra!